it's Ran and welcome back to my channel. So this week's video is a bit different from not my normal videos. It is the part 2 to last week's video, but it's also kind of like the prequel. So this video basically tracks my move, because like I said in my last video I have moved, and this is just basically tracking the journey and the travel and stuff. So I know it's a bit different from my normal videos, but I hope you enjoy it nonetheless, and let's get into it. So far I've just done 3 bags, 2 bags with books and then 1 bag with like desk stuff, and yeah. So we are on day 2 of packing. Yesterday I just did the bookshelf and collected up all the bags, and I have a lot of bags. Anyway, so today we're just going to continue along with that. So, yeah. This is packing end of day 2. I think I did pretty well today. Luckily, since I didn't do much else, but yeah, that's it for today. After a long while of waiting and anticipation, the big day came. We were leaving, and by we I mean my aunt, my sister and I. I'm the only one who was moving, but they were travelling with me and then they travelled back 2 weeks later. So the drive to the port was about 3.5 hours, but we set off quite late, and by quite late I mean we were supposed to leave at 11, we left at 12:30, and so we had to hurry to getting there. But once we got to the port, all seemed to be good. We had all the paperwork that we needed. Thank you so much to my sister. She is an angel, or as we call her, next to Claudine Dobby the house elf. No one else could have done it. The reason all the paperwork was so difficult is because we were going into the UK from Europe, and so we had to do like passenger locator forms, which were overly complicated, and my aunt had done them, but she'd done them wrong, and so my sister had to redo them all like last minute, and under all that pressure she is so great to have managed to do that. So well done, Maya. Now please enjoy these random clips of us chatting. I told you there was black smoke.
Tara, do you remember how we used to
Somebody
sit there guessing for hours and hours?
Oh,
and obviously...
It's true. Would have been less stressful, but... It's all very true.
And it was a good thing we filled in our passenger locator form, but I don't know what you just said.
Yeah, we haven't, exactly.
We haven't.
Can you text your mum or whatever, let her know that we're sitting waiting to get on.
We don't actually use text amongst two of us, but yeah.
But you can phone her.
Messenger.
Since there were no clowns. Yes, but we're supposed to be moving. You've spent all this time and now you've got no more reason to speed. Now that we're actually supposed to. We're going in. And then we were on the boat. So the boat we were on was quite small. It was more like truck drivers and stuff, but it was still a quite nice ferry. When we arrived on the boat, we parked the car and then went up a lot of stairs. There were a lot of people around to direct you. We went straight to our cabin to put our things down, which took a while to find, but we found it in the end. And then we went exploring.
I mean, when we were little, there never used to be literally the welcome brigade to show you to your cabin.
Well, that's because now you're not allowed to go anywhere. What's our number?
13.
13.
Oh, no, sorry. I was just...
So on the boat, first we went outside, then we went to the common area.
All the way over the bar.
My sister was silly.
But it looks better in the mirror.
And then we went and got some snacks and sat down to play some games for quite a while. And then we met some nice people on the boat who taught us a new card game called Pedro, I think. And it's like a memory type game, and that was really fun. So anyway, we got some snacks, played some games, and had some very, very intelligent conversations.
Instagramming, but I do it mostly for me. Figured out whether walkers might just be late, because they have virtually the same logo.
After that, we had dinner, and no, I didn't take pictures beforehand. That would have been intelligent. So, of course I didn't. And then we went to our cabin, and then we got up the next morning, and we had breakfast.
I'll never get over.
And yet again, of course, no pictures beforehand, only afterwards. And yet again, had some very intelligent conversations.
How stupid it is that British art, and I bet you Ireland love to have the same drugs. Can you imagine?
And then we departed the boat.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention? This is the last call for all passengers. I repeat, last call for all passengers. We proceed to the crossing. Thank you.
And then here are some random video clips of boats and water, because I wanted to put them in somewhere, and so here they are. We are out at open sea. We are moving. We are moving.
Because, for instance, just take the example of that whole thing with France being quarantine. There's no reason for France to quarantine. You know, when the guy who was on there, you can even create a story. You can...
And then we left the boat and, of course, the port. And then we were on the road.
Which trains go faster than cars. It'd be taking 6 hours and 34 minutes. That's insane.
Yeah, it is. So you don't have to bother going.
You don't have to. Suppose that Cherbourg isn't totally swamped by people who just want to go to the car.
And so you can now sit back and relax, enjoying the scenery of the Republic of Ireland, because we drove across Ireland to Northern Ireland from the Republic, while I explain the whole situation. So, I'm originally English, but I moved to France when I was 7, and I decided I wanted to move back to the UK. And I have family in Northern Ireland, and so I was moving over to live with them and finish my schooling in the UK. My sister and my mother still live in France, and I am currently living with my grandmother in Northern Ireland. I had my first day and a half of school this last week, so I've now started school over here, and I really like it. I always liked visiting Northern Ireland when I was a kid, and I'm really happy to be moving here. At my new school, everyone's really nice, but I've got a third video coming up in this series, which is about my first school, first activities and stuff, so I won't go into too much detail on my life now, also because I haven't really started that much yet, but yeah, so moved from France to Northern Ireland. And we drove across the Republic of Ireland, so for those of you who don't know, Ireland is two countries. It's the Republic of Ireland, which is part of Europe, and Northern Ireland, which is part of the United Kingdom. And they're like attached, they're the little island part thing, well not so little, next to the UK. And so we took a boat from Brittany in France over to the Republic of Ireland in Rosslare, and then we drove about 3.5 hours across the Republic, and once again, some very intelligent conversations. And in case you can't tell, I'm being very strongly ironic.
We after he discovered he had AIDS.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
It's not one I know.
It's
Paradise Lost. Well, just set Dublin 156 on your own side.
to keep on this road until Emma is I'm afraid this is where my reading ability will sort of die. Sadly, we're not going to New Ross.
Yeah. So,
It's a Scottish clan, not an Irish one, Maya.
Just stick to this.
So we're on this for what, about 100 kilometres?
Oh, not that much, no. And that means it doesn't mean we're changing regions of continents or whatever. It means they're passing by a place of touristic interest.
Garden centre, 500 metres.
And then we stopped at a garden centre, which was supposed to be like a cafe, because my aunt and uncle, my other aunt and my uncle, went and they drove across Ireland before because they live in Northern Ireland, and they'd stopped at this garden centre, so they recommended it to us, and we stopped here, but the cafe that they'd gone to was closed, probably something to do with COVID, so we drove on.
If we want to stop,
It's got to be here. Yeah.
and now it's just totally normal for every entrance to a shop to just say obligatory mask wearing.
Yeah, I know.
Lots of Christmas trees that have got growing there. And
And finally, after about 3.5 hours in the car, yes, it was about 3.5 both sides, we arrived in Belfast. And then we arrived at the house. Now please enjoy some random pictures from post-arrival in Northern Ireland. Not in any particular order. So we arrived about 2 hours ago, and now I'm just making some cheese and onion pasties for dinner. upcoming joke. To comprehend said joke, both my grandmother's dog and my sister are called Maya. Very confusing. One of the two Mayas is in bed. I don't think it's the correct one, but it's one of them. That's something. So yesterday we went shopping for some school clothes and stuff, and then we went for a walk on the cave hill, as you saw, and now I'm just putting a few things away. I've done a giant mess everywhere, but there's neatness in the drawers is one thing, so that's good. And this is a supermarket. Now, this next part is just entitled The Hill. So on the second day, I think it was, after arriving, my sister had already gone for a walk on the first day, but on the second day my aunt said, when my sister said that she was going to go for a dog walk, my aunt said, "Oh, I'll come." And I, for some reason, said, "Oh, I'll come too," not realising that when my sister said I'm going for a dog walk, she meant I'm going for a 2-hour hike across a giant mountain. And by a giant mountain I mean, in geological terms, it's probably more like a small hill, but it's quite large. So, yeah, that was interesting. Please enjoy these photos and clips from that walk. Leaving me behind. But there are some cool caves. Well, that's why it's called the Cave Hill, but still. I'm not trying to get up there, they're better. That thing's huge. I'm dying 100%, but there's a lot of nice, heather up here, so that's cool. There's nice views of Belfast as well. Yeah. I can't believe they did this to me. They are the culprits. This is exhausting. Absolutely exhausting. You're there with your hands, how are you going to get your feet up? You haven't got that much upper body strength.
I'm not a natural climber, you see. I'm not either. I would really like to get up into that cave.
Yeah, and you're willing to risk your neck for it. Quite literally.
As much as I would have liked to have my phone.
Cool.
That's a nice photo, actually.
Yeah, I'm doing
That's
that.
really nice.
We made it.
It's surprisingly, well, it's not surprisingly solid, but...
And she climbed. Beautiful mountains. Welcome to Belfast.
And can I just have one?
You two truly are insane. You're going straight up a cliff. I've gone all the way back down and now I have to go up here and then I'm having to go back there and then up there. Made it to the top of the hill and it is very windy, as you can probably hear, and well, I feel like I'm about to be blown off the top of the hill. We are on top of the hill and I will sleep well tonight. Being serious. She's being bloody serious. That's a fucking rock face. And there are no ropes or harnesses or anything? Seriously? Or maybe she's just going into the cave. In which case she misunderstood and I yelled, "We're not climbing that, are we?" But almost there. Apparently. Almost there. Almost there. I hope. Or I will die, as you can probably in my voice. My fault, I slept. Going down again and then back up again because my sister insists on me taking a photo on the mound. I will insert here if she sends it to me, which she better. All the work I'm doing. Going down and then up to Napoleon's nose, which is very high. Oh, but I leave the country of Napoleon and then I'm sent to go into his nose. It's strange, isn't it? You probably can't hear a word I'm saying. I see you. They're dragging me through the middle of nowhere.
you are correct. I am in charge of taking photos because I'm the only one who's not so insane as to try and climb that, which seems like 3 meters high. No, lots more, like 5 meters.
Funny enough, that's exactly the moment that I decided to take my phone out.
And there's a cute bunny.
If you made it to the end of this video, then thanks for sticking with it, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then feel free to give it a like. I mentioned in my last video that if you wanted to see the full finished room, that I'd leave it in another video. Still not finished completely, so that will be the third part of this series. If you want to see that, or if you want to see any of my future videos, then click here to subscribe to my channel. And if you want to see the rest of this video, there'll be a playlist link that will be here as well, and both the other videos will be linked in the description. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye!
We are moving. Here we are. Well, I'm always right.